Welcome to Book to Blueprint, where powerful books become practical blueprints for real life. You do not need more information, you need execution. This is Book to Blueprint. So, we've all heard of Think and Grow Rich, right? But what's the real difference between just reading the book and actually living it? Well, the book tells us itself. It's all about consistent daily action. That's why this isn't going to be some deep philosophical dive. Nope, this is an action-oriented blueprint. We're going to break down exactly how to use the Success Journal as a practical, day in, day out tool to make these incredible ideas your reality. All right, here's our game plan. First, we're going to nail down your core outcome. Then we'll get into the big idea that drives this whole thing. After that, we'll install your operating system, lay out the daily implementation plan, lock in the essential behaviors, and, super important, cover the common mistakes you need to sidestep. Let's do this. Okay, part one, your core outcome. Look, before we get into any of the how-tos, we have to be absolutely crystal clear on the what. What is the one specific tangible result you're going to get if you use this journal the right way? Let's define the destination first. And here it is. The whole point is to trigger a transformation. This journal is literally the bridge that takes you from being a passive reader, someone who just wishes and hopes, to be an active achiever, someone who actually shows up, does the work, and makes things happen every single day. So now let's unpack the big idea, the central concept that really makes this entire system tick. What is that one thing, that missing link that separates just wanting something from actually getting it? This quote just nails it, doesn't it? This right here is the missing link. It's not about having a goal. It's about the daily follow through. And that's exactly what the journal gives you. A physical place to make that commitment. It's what gets you off the sidelines and into the game. All right, let's get to the setup. I want you to think of this next part like you're installing the operating system for your own success. These are the crucial one-time steps you have to complete before you even start your daily practice. This is the classic Napoleon Hill practice. So before you write a single daily entry, you have to do this. You define exactly what you want, that burning desire. Then you get specific about what you'll give in return. You set a hard deadline, you create a real plan, and then you wrap it all up into one clear statement that you read aloud twice a day, every day. This is how you program your focus. Okay, foundation is set. Now we get to the heart of the system, the engine that you're going to run every single day. This is the 5-part practice that creates unstoppable momentum. You know, there's a real genius to this daily cycle. It takes you on this complete journey every day. You kick things off with inspiration, then you capture your own success thoughts, and then, this is key, you commit to concrete action steps. The checklist keeps you honest, and you wrap it up by firing up your creativity. It's a perfect loop from mindset to execution. Now, this brings up a really vital question. With all this writing and thinking and planning, how do you actually know if you're succeeding on any given day? I mean, how do you measure progress when that big goal still feels so far away? The answer is so simple, it's beautiful, and it's incredibly powerful. You measure your success by doing what you said you were going to do. Your win for the day isn't hitting that huge final goal. Your win is the physical act of checking that little box next to a completed action step. That's a daily victory, and that's how you build momentum. Okay, the daily plan is clear, but to make that plan stick for the long haul, you have to lock in a few key recurring behaviors. Think of these as the non-negotiable habits that make the whole system actually work. These are your non-negotiables, using the journal every day. That's the baseline. But listen up, because this rule right here is a real game changer. If an action step isn't finished, it carries over, but for no more than 2 days. This simple rule is your secret weapon against procrastination. It forces you to build a powerful habit of execution. And finally, let's talk about what not to do. Honestly, knowing the common traps that trip people up is just as important as knowing the right steps to take. So think of this as your guide to avoiding the pitfalls right from day one. Notice a pattern here? Every single one of these mistakes is the exact opposite of the success habits we just talked about. The journal is literally engineered to be your defense against these things. It forces you to take action instead of just reading, to plan instead of just wishing, and it demands that your goal is a true burning desire, not just some casual interest. So when you boil it all down, what's the ultimate takeaway from this blueprint? Well, it's a message of empowerment, but also responsibility. The journal is an amazing tool. It's a proven system for focused action, but at the end of the day, it's you who has to pick it up, do the work, and check those boxes. The plan is here. Your destiny is yours to create. If you have a book in mind that should be added to our list, comment below. If this blueprint helped you, subscribe and build with us. We are doing this one book at a time. Remember, you do not attract what you want. You attract what you do. More blueprints are coming. Stay intentional, stay consistent. Now it is time to act and build.